Right, I've got about half an hour or so before I have to do family things, and I was really pleased with how things went the other day with putting on taking out the last piece of the tyre plate extension. So I'm going to try and just clean up the area, hoover it out, maybe then start, no welding I don't think, but bolt positioning the tyre plate, and then I can maybe do some tweaking and alignment for the extension piece. Something that needs doing. I also need to prime the inside of the box section. So I'll turn the camera around, quickly let you know what I'm planning on doing, and we'll see how we get on. So this is as far as we got last time. So yeah, really pleased with that. What I need to do is hoover this out, give it a good clean up, make sure there's no rust in there. I really hope there isn't. I don't think there is. It's covered in oil. And then probably grind down these spot welds. I might do that later, because what I can really do now is fit on this, using these bolt positions for the engine mount. I can just generally line up the tyre plate. I got some really helpful advice on some comments. I need to just bring this piece around, because apparently the oil filter will clash with that. So once I've done that, yeah, I can bolt it into place, and then you can, on here, it will then give me the position to weld things back together. On this side, we can't really see because it's covered in grease, but the plate sits on top. So that's the plan, really. Once that's on and the extension piece is on, I'm going to then probably take out this inner wing, the domed section. It's going to be quite a lot of work, I think, and it will expose probably quite a few problems, but it needs to be done regardless. I have it over there for those that haven't been following. So that's the plan. Not too much progress today, like I say, only half an hour or so, but just chipping away at it. And it'd be nice to see something new partially fitted at least. So I'll bring you back when I've probably had a bit of a clean up. Right, I've cleaned up the boxing a little bit, and I'm looking at it now, put some VATCAN on the inside of the boxing, which is a rust converter and preserver. I understand you can't weld through this, but I think in these hollow sections in particular I don't need to weld through it. I've tidied up what have I tidied up? The seam above. Actually, do you know what? I'll just turn the camera around. A lot easier. I'll just show you. So this is where I've put in some of that VATCAN. I think it's pronounced VATCAN. Painted it all in there. Got a little void up there. I've cleaned up the top here. I know I need to get into that corner a bit better. I'm hoping that I'm probably going to take this off. Well, I don't know. I need to get a finger sander to get into these nooks and crannies anyway. So perhaps that's what I'll need to do, is just do that, and then I can get right into that corner. As I said last time, I expect to be... Where's the panel? Here it is. Oh man, noises. Right, so this goes on here. This is meant to go inside the seam between, well, just in there, but I'm not going to be able to do that without like unpicking everything, and I don't want to. So I'm going to fold this part over the front of it. So a bit of messing around with that, and then I can get into that corner. So that's the plan anyway. The next job really is I'm going to put some zinc primer down on the seams there, and probably on that top part as well, although I do know I need to sand it down again. Give this another coat here, it's got a little bit damaged. And then sand down the back of the tyre plate, along the back edges where it might need a little bit of welding, and maybe one in the middle just to secure it. I need to cut out for this oil filter. What should we call this? An oil filter dent there. And then maybe get this piece in place and just start having a look. The next job I imagine is to unpick all this, but let's focus on the hand. So next little shot probably with a bit of zinc primer down, and then I'll start working away on the tie plate. Right, that's the primer just gone down. I forgot to mention I did grind down the spot welds, so we've got a nice flash surface there for when we put the tie plate extension on. Right, whilst that's drying, I think I'm going to mark up the tie plate to cut out this notch here. I wonder whether originally it would have been sort of bent the same as that, but I think we'll do a cutout, so we'll see how that goes. So just a quick heads up, I've templated off of the old panel which I kept. I then pop this on, make sure everything lines up. Rather than just sort of having a bit of a horrible cut, I'm going to angle grind into here, then nice and neat, and have some rounded edges at least. I've already popped this on, and I must say it lined it up beautifully. Really good. I'm very pleased. So I think once I've cut this piece out, we're in a position where we can probably put a couple of bolts in at the engine mount end and just see how things are going. It's yeah, really good. Once that's on, we can then have a little mess around maybe and see how we line up with the extension piece, and then we can think about cutting out the inner wing in places and getting a new one prepped. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. I'm quite pleased with that. I need to get the file on it. I've also sanded down areas that are likely to need a bit of welding. No, not there. Where is it? Oh, there. So along there. So I will put a bit of primer on these areas and then offer this up. End up priming all of it really. I didn't see it being any harm. Still waiting for this to dry. A few more minutes and then we can offer it up and put a couple of bolts in. I'll see if I can find some bolts that will fit. Well, they will fit. They're going to be tatty old ones anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. They're only going to be temporary. Right, I got carried away and I didn't get carried away, I was just waiting for the tie plate to dry. So I primed the inside of the domed inner wing. Yeah, obviously needs another coat, which I will do. But the primary objective is to line this up. Is it still wet? It's still wet. So maybe not able to get this on tonight. I'm running out of time. Maybe not. Let's just see how we get on. Give it another 5 minutes. Look, we have a panel that's not totally knackered, sitting where it should do, and it lines up. Still a bit tacky, don't be silly, but okay, you didn't see that, but all being well, I think we can. Yeah, we will. Look, just a bit of manoeuvring. It's going to fit, which is truly fantastic and wonderful, and a step in the right direction. Look at that. How good. I'm not going to do any more. Actually, what I'm fibbing. I'm going to probably just put another coat on there and call it a night. And then next time I can bolt this up and then have a have a go on this inner wing. Oh no! Needs to be done though. And I'm the only guy that can do it. So, well, not in the world, just in this garage. So, and I don't even know if I can do it. We will give it a go. Don't know when that'll be. Maybe over the weekend. We shall see. See what family adventures await. So, Anyway, oh look at that. God, it really goes to show how rusty everything was. So there we are. I think it is a milestone, putting something back on rather than taking something off. Right, any comments or help would be greatly received. Bye now.